He built his career on chaos, screaming into the camera, trolling gang members, wearing rainbow hair in red-flagged neighborhoods. And just when it seemed like nothing could stop him, he got hit with racketeering charges, flipped on his crew, and walked out of prison into the algorithm like nothing ever happened. This is Tekashi 6ix9ine, the most hated rapper the internet couldn't stop watching. Before the courtrooms, the headlines, and the memes of him testifying in court, Tekashi 6ix9ine was just Daniel Hernandez, a kid from Bushwick with a dead father and a hunger for attention. But he wasn't looking to survive the game, he was looking to hijack it. Tekashi didn't grind his way up through open mics or mixtapes. He skipped the line by setting the building on fire. His visuals were wild, red bandanas everywhere, assault rifles in broad daylight, and a teenager with 6ix9ine tattooed across his face like a warning sign. It wasn't artistry, it was a calculated dare to the world. Look away if you can. Then came Gummo. Released in late 2017, the song exploded online. The beat was menacing. The visuals were pure anarchy. Tekashi didn't just enter the rap game, he invaded it like a cartoon villain with a death wish. Millions of views, a cult following, and a growing list of enemies. He wasn't the best rapper, but he was the most clickable. And in 2017, that was more powerful than Talon Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Tekashi turned every platform into a stage. He picked fights with rappers, police, and entire cities. Nothing was off limits. The more people hated him, the more attention he got. And the more attention he got, the more invincible he felt. He didn't just break the internet, he made it his hostage. Before we continue, if you're into jaw-dropping rise and fall stories like this, hit that like button and subscribe to Legacy Lost. We drop new bangers every single week. By late 2018, Tekashi was untouchable, or so he thought. His face was everywhere. Millions of followers, billboard hits, paparazzi flashing. He strutted through interviews like the king of chaos. But behind all the viral energy, things were starting to crack. On November 18, 2018, just days after announcing his album and firing his entire team, Tekashi 6ix9ine was arrested by federal agents. The charges were serious: racketeering, armed robbery, conspiracy to commit murder. He was facing 47 years to life. The internet went silent for a second, and then he did the one thing no one expected. He snitched. In an instant, the loudest man in rap became its most infamous informant. Tekashi struck a plea deal with federal prosecutors. In exchange for a lighter sentence, he agreed to testify against his former crew. The same gang members who had once protected him, promoted him, and helped build his image. He named names, detailed operations, gave up codes, alliances, and phone calls. Nothing was off limits. The courtroom was surreal. A man who once screamed "Treyway" in every verse was now explaining the 9-tray hierarchy under oath. He pointed at former friends. He outed gang rivalries. He broke the one rule that defined the streets: don't cooperate. And yet, the internet didn't cancel him, not fully, sure. The memes exploded. Snitch9 trended for days. Artists like Meek Mill, Snoop Dogg, and The Game dragged him publicly. But when Tekashi 6ix9ine got out, after serving less than 2 years, he logged back into Instagram like nothing happened and pulled 2 million live viewers. He should have disappeared, but in the digital age, clout has a longer lifespan than street credibility. In his first post-prison video, he mocked everyone who doubted him. "I snitched, and I'm still rich," he taunted. And he wasn't wrong. His video, Goba, did over 100 million views in a week. Record-breaking, unapologetic, ridiculous, but something had changed. His buzz was loud, but shallow. Radio stopped playing him. Collaborations dried up. He was banned from major festivals. The streets didn't welcome him. Labels didn't trust him. Even fans who once loved the chaos were starting to fade out. Tekashi 6ix9ine had become a cautionary tale in real time. He won the internet battle, but lost the war for legacy. After Tekashi 6ix9ine walked free, he tried to reclaim the throne. He leaned in hard, rainbow wigs, diamond-studded ankle monitors, screaming on live streams, calling himself the King of New York even while under house arrest. But behind the shouting and flexing, it was clear. He was trying too hard. His team dropped insane promo money, billboards, giveaways, social campaigns. The Goba video may have racked up numbers, but questions swirled. Were the views real? Were they juiced with bots? Even Billboard disqualified one of his tracks from the charts, citing suspicious activity. Tekashi 6ix9ine went on a rant, accusing the industry of blackballing him. But the truth was simpler. The machine was still running, but the engine was broken. Then came the album, Tattletales. Tekashi 6ix9ine hyped it as his big comeback, said it would prove the haters wrong. But when it dropped in September 2020, it flopped hard. It debuted at No. 4 on the Billboard 200 and fell off the charts fast. Sales were weak, no radio play, no touring, no real support. This was the moment reality hit. The gimmick wasn't enough anymore. Tekashi 6ix9ine's brand had been built on defiance, defying rap rules, defying street code, defying cancel culture. But the audience, they had moved on. Other creators, rappers, and trolls filled the space he once dominated. Even his music started to sound like a parody of himself. He made headlines again in 2022 and 2023, not for music, but for desperation. Showing up at clubs trying to hand out money, getting into fights, accusing his label of dropping him, announcing fake releases. It was like watching someone try to light fireworks underwater. In 2023, he tried one last Hail Mary, pivoting to international reggaeton collabs, songs with Latin artists like Anuel AA and Yaleen, and they did get views, but it felt disconnected. His US audience didn't care anymore, and the new fan base didn't know what to make of him. It was too late. The internet had moved on to new chaos. Tekashi wasn't shocking, he was exhausting. His attempt to stay viral became a sad performance, yelling into a void, hoping someone would still watch. The views might trickle in, but the impact? Gone. By 2023, Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't just fading, he was spiraling. The headlines that once made him famous now felt like punchlines. Then came the viral moment that marked the beginning of the end. Inside an LA Fitness bathroom in Florida, no entourage, no security, just Tekashi, face down, getting stomped by a group of random guys who filmed the whole thing. The video blew up, and instead of sympathy, the internet laughed. This wasn't just a beatdown, it was a symbol. The untouchable troll king was now an easy target. No label backing him, no crew protecting him, no street rep to fall back on. The myth of 6ix9ine had collapsed into a meme, and not the kind that prints checks. He tried to brush it off, posted photos in the hospital, talked about forgiveness, tried to spin the moment like a redemption arc. But deep down, even he had to feel it. The world had stopped fearing Tekashi and started pitying him. He fled the US and re-emerged sporadically in Latin America. For a while, it seemed like he was trying to live low-key. Then, boom, more chaos. In the Dominican Republic, he was arrested again, this time for assaulting music producers linked to his ex. Videos showed him storming a studio, fists flying, no rainbow hair, no security. Just a messy, tired man trying to force relevance one punch at a time. The image was unrecognizable. Not the villain, not the superstar, just a broken algorithm stuck repeating itself. And maybe that's Tekashi's real legacy. He wasn't the first artist to troll his way into fame, but he may be the clearest case of what happens when virality outpaces talent and ego drowns everything else. He burned every bridge, snitched on every ally, chased every trend, and in the end, he lost the culture. He lost the streets, he lost the internet, and worst of all, he lost the one thing he wanted most: to be remembered as a legend. Instead, he'll be remembered as a warning. If you made it this far, you already know. This is the type of story only Legacy Lost will break down like this. So hit that like, smash that subscribe, and check out our full playlist of Rise and Fall legends. We're just getting started.